A new survey claims economic activities in more than half of KwaZulu-Natal's rural towns have been totally crippled because of the recent looting and destruction. This is according to findings by the farming union Kwanalu. So our reporter Dasen Thathiah is investigating how true this is and how it's impacting food supply in Durban's outlying areas like KwaMashu. We cross live to him now. Dasen, tell us exactly where you are, and are you seeing anything that confirms what this report has said?
All right, so it seems that we don't have him at the moment, Taps. A little bit of a technical issue there, but certainly we were expecting this to happen, right? That there would be massive shortages of goods and services in KZN as a result of that looting and the violence, particularly around some of the more vulnerable areas like we're seeing now in the rural areas like KwaMashu. The issue, of course, is going to be how quickly we get a response to some of those issues that are there at the moment.
We went to rural towns in KwaZulu-Natal the week after the looting and all of that violence, and a lot of those towns didn't have crucial supplies. There were reports of people having to travel to the Eastern Cape in order to get crucial supplies, and so the findings of this report are probably true, and Dasen is doing the work to find out just how affected those rural communities are. Dasen, I hear we have you now.
Okay, he's gone once again.
The technical gremlins just won't let us be great today. Dasen Thathiah is out in KwaZulu-Natal. Okay, now we have Dasen Thathiah. You are a hard man to find, Dasen Thathiah. Tell us what's happening in KwaZulu-Natal.
Apologies. Well, we're in KwaMashu this morning, and it's one of the areas that has been affected by not just the COVID-19 pandemic, but as well as the unrest that we saw over the past few weeks. Now, the problem with that is that as many businesses were making a recovery, then along came the violence that we saw, which was accompanied by looting. Lots of stores, even the biggest mall or the biggest shopping center in this area has been completely wrecked. We drove past this morning, and we can confirm that those stores are not operating there. That has caused a huge problem for residents in this area. As a result of that, there have also been people that have lost their jobs, and as a result of not being able to go to their places of employment. Now, I've got two people with me. I'm just going to bring them into the conversation. Let me start with Mr. Lucky Yengwa. Mr. Yengwa, if you can just join me here. Now, I understand that you used to work at a petrol station. Yes. And after the looting and violence, you no longer have a job. Yes. How's that? How did you take that news? I'll hold this for you.
Yeah, zona zingiphathe kabi kakhulu because ngihlele ekhaya ngisebenzi igarage ebalishisa nje akho mali engenayo asinakudla nje akaqala nje uqala ukuthi ilungise igarage so nje manje izothatha isikhathi ukuthi ilungiswe so nje asinamali isihleli so silindile nje asazi silinde into yozibe nini so isiphathe kabi kakhulu lento yokulutha kwezitolo isihlukumezile nje asihlele emakhaya nje basingasebenzi iyona inkinga nje sibhekene nayo kakhulu yabo yazi bese ngasizakala mhla kube khona imalana esiyitholayo ke noma kuyo le tears le kube khona imali esiyitholayo ngaba ngcono ngoba nje kwayona i-tears ngathi ngeke siyithole ngesithole lutho nje akho mali ezongena so siphatha kabi kakhulu lokho.
When you saw the looting taking place, I mean, I'm sure you saw it in other areas as well. Yeah. Did you realize at that point what kind of an impact it would have on you as well as your colleagues that were employed?
No, I didn't realize because I was at home the time. I was at home. I didn't go to loot with them, and because I was scared. Yeah. Yes, and it was wrong. It was wrong.
No, thank you very much, Mr. Lucky Yengwa. I just also want to bring in Lungile Khumalo. If I can just bring you in. You had also you had a small business, if I understand.
Yes.
And that was at the station.
Yes.
Now you're no longer running it. What happened?
You can't run because it's a ghost town over there, and they've destroyed the place. We don't even know when it's going to be coming back. There is nothing that you can do. It's like a ghost town, literally. And I didn't know it was destroyed so badly, burnt down. So it means you can't even get an ATM to go and buy your basic needs.
Firstly, let's talk about the effect after COVID, before the looting started. How were you dealing with that with your business of makeup and nails?
It's died. practically, it's died. For me, it has died.
So even before this
Even
unrest?
before this unrest, even before the looting, even before they destroyed the shops, I was already hanging on, because most of my clients have passed away.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Thank you very much for your time. This is just the effect on the ground, and these are the stories of people that have been dealing with a double blow here. As I mentioned, many of these businesses having recovered or started to make recoveries after the initial lockdown, and this, in some cases, has just been the final nail on the coffin for them.
Dasen Thathiah for us in KZN. Man, what a story. And the looting and the violence just compounding problems that had already been caused by the COVID-19 pandemic.